RNC Chairman Michael Whatley joins me now. Michael, good morning to you. So you heard a range of reaction to Mamdani. How do you, over at the RNC, view his entry into the national spotlight and where the Democratic Party is right now?
Well, he is unquestionably going to become one of the leaders of the Democratic Party. He is the face of the new Democratic Party. We're seeing everybody put their arm around him. We're seeing endorsements. We're seeing people in line. They brought him down to D.C. like he was a national party leader last week. But these are the ideas that the Democratic Party has coalesced behind, and they are moving further and further to the left, and they're moving further and further away from their constituents and the American voters.
Yeah, it may be a little too early to say that the midterm elections are just around the corner, but does Mamdani make things easier for Republicans?
Well, what he does is he kind of shows the true colors of the Democratic Party. Right now, the Democratic Party is an open border, inflationary spending, anti-Semitic, weak America party. And he is absolutely saying that out loud every single day, and every other Democrat that is lining up around him is embracing that agenda.
How about that breakfast that they held for him in Washington, D.C.? I mean, how many mayoral candidates get something like that?
Yeah, it's truly remarkable when you think about it. This guy has come up and said, hey, we're going to plant this flag. We're going to be as far left, as far woke, as far radical as we can be. And the rest of the Democratic universe is saying, you know what, that's where we want to go.
Yeah, and so today he will be meeting with Hakeem Jeffries, potentially meeting with Chuck Schumer. Get in the minds of these prominent Democrats. Do they endorse him? Do they not? And if they do, how significant would that be?
I think it's very significant. I mean, look, the American people in 2024 rejected that agenda. They rejected that platform. What they want is a strong America. They want strong borders. They want a strong economy. They want a strong standing in the world. That's why they voted for President Trump. That's why we have a Republican House, a Republican Senate, who, by the way, are delivering for the American people every single day. That's why President Trump is at record highs in the polls right now. That's why the Democrats are at record lows in the polls right now. And the Democrats have not learned a single thing from that 24 election cycle. They are doubling down on that same failed agenda across the spectrum of their leadership.
Yeah, it feels like that really is where the energy is right now. And if Mamdani wins, could that affect other elections nationally? I mean, if a socialist candidate wins in New York City, would donors start putting money in other socialist candidates? There's one running for mayor in Minneapolis as well. Could his win impact other parts of the country?
Well, I think that it will, right? Because that's where the Democratic Party is right now. I mean, when the Democratic Party leadership are people like Jasmine Crockett and AOC and Whoopi Goldberg. This is where the Democratic Party is going right now. That's not where the American people are right now. We saw a rejection of that agenda in 2024, and we're seeing it in the polls right now. People want to focus on their kids. They want to focus on their community. They want to focus on jobs. They want to focus on the economy, not on these radical woke ideologies.
Okay, so Democrats are still doing some soul searching when it comes to the 2024 election and where they stand right now. Here is Tim Walz, his latest foray into what Democrats should do. Watch this.
We as Democrats, we want people to pay their fair share, but why are we against people being successful like that? We can't be. Why are we against? We should talk about businesses. Not all businesses exploit their workers, and we get ourselves stuck in that. We should embrace being the party of pro-business. We're just simply talking about all businesses.
Some would say he sounds like a Republican there.
Yeah, it's quite a change, and it's also not genuine, right? I mean, one of the things that we keep seeing out of the Democratic Party right now is we need to be more authentic. So they're going to go out there and they're going to be fake authentic. The fact is that Republicans behind Donald Trump, we are happy to talk about what we care about. We care about families. We care about communities. We care about America. We care about strength. The Democrats right now are searching for an answer. But really, they keep going left. They're going to go further to the left. I think it's a great opportunity for Republicans in the midterms.
Okay, so speaking of the midterms, where are you focusing?
What we're focused on right now is we have a Senate map that is coming into the focus. Mm-hmm. And then with the House map, we're making sure that every candidate that we're recruiting, we're talking about, we're making sure that they are on this agenda for us right now. The biggest thing we have to do is have an environment where we can win. And that's about delivering. So the president delivering every single day for a strong America, a strong border, a strong economy, Congress passing the big, beautiful bill and moving forward with the legislative agenda. That's the biggest, most important thing that we can be doing right now.
Well, you heard it here first, July 2025, but time certainly does move quickly, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Michael Whatley, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.